The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Oakland Raiders. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. First down, Mariota. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. A loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
That's a good shot.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Mariota. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
First down, Raiders.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. This is Jalen Richard, the 4th-year man from Southern Miss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the Jets' 48-yard line.
Watch the run, watch the run. 54 mark. Check, watch 54.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Quentin Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Now Mariota. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. And the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. They'll run on first down. Richard. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Undercrook, undercrook, undercrook. He's coming. One. We got double up.
On 2nd down, Richard. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Richard. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jason Witten, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Hey, come on, now.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go.
Now Bell hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run the counter. Richard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, watch the slant.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
It's a gain of 10.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Henry Anderson, big man from Stanford, there for the stop. On 2nd down now, Richard. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Mariota. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They'll try the counter with Washington. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Washington. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, check 24.
Washington on 3rd and short. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Touchdown, defense. Check 15, check 15. Check Nick. One.
It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Check 3.
The handoff right side, it's Washington. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. DeAndre Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That one complete to Anderson. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Night, sweetheart. Let's go.
Now Anderson on the jet sweep. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Darnold, and Anderson's got it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Squeeze, double.
On 1st down, Darnold. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what Darnold, he lost the football.
On plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago, Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Right back to Washington. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Now Mariota. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All that, baby. All that. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. Check pass. Check pass. Fox track. 54. Mike 54. Hey, defense. Three. Kill. Check. One. He's coming. Double.
Staying on the ground in Washington. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down.
I'm coming after you. Check 24. Check. Crunch.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter.
Check. Watch 54. Danny. One. Right there. 54.
Mariota from the gun on third down. Steps, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Henry Anderson able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Hey. We got 3. 3 down. Watch out. Showing up. Check 3. Check 26. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On first, here's Washington. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Check 52.
Now on first down, it's Washington again. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. DeAndre Washington. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And a forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Carlson now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one taken from the 7. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Now it's Darnold. He's got the first down inside the 10. Caught here by Griffin. And all the way down to the 5. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
That's another Jets first down.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell.
Mike the 59. Know your job.
And they'll give it to him here. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Second down and goal. Darnold. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 50. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Come to where they team. We want it. Come to my world. Check 31. Check 31. Kill, kill, kill.
On first down, Washington. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Slam, slam. One. Alert 3. Switch it. Come on, switch it. SOS. 3. SOS. 6 guys.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Washington, and there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. The Raiders on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 10.
Tighten up.
Mariota. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 62-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Here's Darnold. Throw left side complete. It's Griffin. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Darnold from the red zone now. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Jordan Jenkins there on the tackle. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground. Washington. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run on first down. It's Washington. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
He's brought down back at the 16-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On the end around, here comes Williams. And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
52, 52. Watch the run, let's go.
Throwing is Mariota. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson, Trayvon Mullen. He was looking for a new one there. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. On 2nd and 12, Mariota completes it to Jason Witten. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
First down, Raiders.
Hey, here we go. Jim. One. You. One. Exit.
On first down, Washington. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Raiders, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.